All right, y'all. How's the world of Zoom and Facebook doing tonight?
Woohoo!
All right. We can get a little bit of unmuted audience participation here as we get started. I think people are joining. Looks like we got
Hey!
people. Yeah, say what's up to your people.
What's up?
Hello.
Welcome to the world.
What's up,
everybody?
All right. Guitars Over Guns is in the house.
What's up, Rudy?
What it do, DeLeon?
What it do, Rudy?
Hey, Miss.
What's up, Rudy? Welcome to the party.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Guns.
I want to welcome everybody to the space. This is our second ever mentor relief benefit Zoom, Facebook, Instagram situation. I want to welcome everyone. My name is Chad Bernstein. If we can get the other mics in the room muted, we're going to get started. But I want to introduce you to the Guitars Over Guns family. Everybody that you see here is a mentor with this organization. And if you're not familiar with Guitars Over Guns, I suggest that you do. It's an organization worth getting dressed up for, as you can see tonight. But seriously, these individuals that you see on this screen are doing transformational work in the community, working with youth through music and using music as a vehicle to create transformational mentor relationships, really to pull away the limitations that anyone other than our students should be placing on themselves, and put them in the driver's seat of their destiny, and allow them really to have a champion, somebody to help them reach their fullest potential, because we've all needed that person in our lives that reminds us that we can be more than we may see in front of us. So that is Guitars Over Guns in a nutshell. I want to welcome you all to dinner and a show, I hope. I just scarfed down a frozen Lou Malnati's pizza that I had delivered on ice from Chicago, which was totally wonderful. I got to give a big shout out to Mike Patel for some exceptional vino tonight. Sunset Corners doing a really cool promotion for Guitars Over Guns. And I want to thank the rest of our local partners: Low Greenhouse Grill, Half Moon Empanadas, Ball and Chain, Taqueria Mexicana, Ceviche Novecento. Because tonight is really all about two things. Number one, it's about bringing you into a space that feels like home for us as Guitars Over Guns, because that is a space that most of us have been surviving on. And really, it's something that for all of us, it really does feel like home. Connecting with these individuals allows us to feel a sense of normalcy, a sense of hope and inspiration. Certainly our kids are providing that for us these days, but who's providing that for our kids? And it's really the mentors that you're gonna hear from tonight, and some staff members. So it's a really exceptional group of individuals. I cannot wait to share them with you, to tell you a little bit about who they are, to let them tell you a little bit about who they are and what inspires them. And we're an organization that really relies on all the brilliance of our artistic community. And what's happening for all artists across the board right now is that all the gigs are gone, all the opportunities to play and make money are gone, and we don't know when they're coming back. And so in the midst of dealing with that reality, all of our artists are also dealing with the reality that all of our kids are going through. And for a lot of the youth that we work with, that's involving being quarantined into some situations that may not be safe, may not be healthy, may not have access to information or internet, or in some cases food and other things that are kind of unimaginable, that with the right groups of people and the right community partners, we can really do a lot to solve these issues. And that's what our mentors are doing on a day in and day out basis right now. And it's really wonderful work. And our students could not be more inspiring through all of it. And that's what we're trying to share with you tonight. So I don't want to talk too much, but I do want to give a huge shout out to Kent Savage. The money that we are raising tonight is being matched dollar for dollar by him and Savage Ticket. And all of the money that's raised tonight is going directly to our mentors to help support them through this really difficult time. So you'll see a Venmo link, which is at mentor-relief-fund. It looks like it's showing up on the Facebook feed. And you can also donate on the website and the link there. So want to acknowledge all the individuals that are with us tonight, most especially the individuals from Guitars Over Guns. It is my hope that you will get to hear from them. You will get to see them pop up in the comments. We will get to shout some of them out tonight. And most importantly, we will get to let you hear from them. So without any further ado, I want to introduce an individual that has been an absolute pleasure, not only to watch work with our kids, but to join us on the leadership team. And that is Mr. Andrew DeMuro, that pretty much in charge of all of Chicago, not just even Guitars Over Guns, just the city itself. It's really exceptional. So I'm gonna kick it over to Andrew, and he's gonna tell you a little bit about what he does and what he's gonna play for you tonight.
Thanks, Chad. Chad always says I'm responsible for the entire city. I wish I was in some ways, but that's not true. I don't do it alone. I don't do any of this alone. I'm incredibly grateful for my team of 20 mentors who serves just under 400 kids a year here in Chicago. I'm playing tonight for them, and I'm playing for our kids, and I'm playing for a couple community partners in particular who helped us get the word out about this event. They are Navy Pier and Reverb, who for the past 2 years has donated money to make sure that our kids that we work with have instruments to take home with them and practice that many of them are actually using now while they're out of school. So big ups to Reverb, big ups to Navy Pier, big ups to each of our mentor teams here in Chicago. And for those of you who aren't aware, my gig before Guitars Over Guns was a full-time teacher here in Chicago. I taught on the city's west side for 3 years, and after that had a short run on NBC's The Voice where I sang a Billy Joel song for my blind audition. And so tonight I'm going to sing an Elton John song. Here goes. Dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me. Tiny dancer in my hand. Jesus freaks out in the streets, handing tickets out for God. Looking back, she just laughs. The boulevard is not that bad. Piano man, he makes a stand in the auditorium, looking on. She sings a song, the words she knows, the tune she hums. Oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near, only you. And you can hear me as I say softly, slowly. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. You count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Oh, yeah. Oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near, only you. And you can hear me as I say softly, slowly. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. You count the lights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Oh, you count the lights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Wow.
We call that a real fake ending.
You know,
So lovely.
the comments were blowing up with your guitar playing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, best
The
kept
things you
secret in
learn while
Chicago.
you're quarantined in your house.
It's a tremendous learning curve.
I just picked it up, you know. It's always been here.
Man, I love how surprised everyone is, but it's that you traded in the shaker for a guitar.
Well, I know I have a lot of family watching from New Jersey and all across the East Coast. So thank you to them for joining me from across time zones. And I know they don't get to hear me play live almost ever, but never with a guitar. So glad that they get to tune in for this as well.
Yeah, and we had your bandmate and another one of our employees on for our last show, Phil Jacobson.
That's right.
Mark was actually one of the ones saying, Andrew plays guitar.
Well, if you were surprised by me playing guitar, give $5 to the Mentor Relief Fund.
There you go. If we reach our goal, good things will happen.
I'll keep playing guitar.
But I think the man, it's always so good to hear you sing. It's like we talk every day, we get to work together, and the thing that I'm always struck by is as exceptional of the musician that you are, you're equally as good of an educator, and it's just something I value so much about you. But it never surprises me to hear you sing, and it sends chills down my spine. I love it.
Well, there's definitely a good amount of folks like that in this organization who are equal parts fantastic musicians and fantastic educators. Rarely surprised, but I am proud.
Yeah, and I think the ones that surprise us most are probably the students. If there's one thing, I know a lot of our students are watching. I know a lot of DeMiro families watching. A lot of community leaders are watching. I saw MJ and Romania in the house. Some really amazing South Florida leaders. We got BAC Bank in the house, a whole bunch of community partners, but it's really the kids that I want to give you an opportunity to talk to. One of them, maybe just for a brief second, mention Isaiah and his role now and kind of where he came from. And then I also want to know if there's one thing that you want your students to know right now, what it would be.
Sure. Well, I definitely want to make sure I shout out Isaiah Garner, who I mentioned earlier that in my past life, I was a full-time teacher in Chicago Public Schools. And one of the things that I'm most proud of that I did during my time in the classroom was I started an after-school choir, which actually kind of mirrored a lot of the principles of Guitars Over Guns, where we got together after school with a group of kids, sang a lot of music that everybody liked, but that wasn't the most memorable part about it for me or for them. I think it was what happened when we stopped singing. We had conversations about their lives, about what they were excited about, what they were afraid of, and everything in between. And that group grew from 6 to 12 to 18 in 3 years. And after I eventually left the classroom, kept those relationships alive. And one of them was Isaiah Garner, who started working as a programs associate for Guitars Over Guns this year. So I guess the one thing I have to tell my kids is if you're listening, stay in school because there's a job opportunity for you on the other side. Consistently surprised and impressed by them. They make my day. I miss them a lot. But I'm actually going to sing. I'm going to sing an original song. I do sing in a band called The Shades, and got to mentor for a number of years with my partner Phil Jacobson. And one of the great memories I have of being in a Guitars Over Guns session with our kids way back when at Evergreen Academy in McKinley Park is we did an original song. We had just written an original song that day before a session, and they were the first to hear it. And so now I'm going to play an original song that you all will be the first to hear because I wrote it while we've been quarantined. This goes to The Shades, this goes to my kids, and this doesn't have a title. So if you can think of it, put it in the and,
All right.
And I'll take those into consideration for sure.
Name that song competition for this song. We will send you a Guitars Over Guns t-shirt, and you will live in foreverness in naming a song. And also for whoever asked on Facebook, thank you for your request to donate on Venmo. The last 4 phone number digits are 1177. So thank you. Andrew, I can't wait to hear the song. Let's get it rolling.
Let's do it. There is a song in every heart. The melody's sweet, the words are smart. And you are my favorite part of all. There is a heart in every life, and tissue that scarred can dry your eyes. You don't have to compromise at all. Let me tell you that I don't understand why we're gripping the sides of these silicon plants. Come on now, I don't understand who sits in my hands. There is a life in every song, and it can survive all on its own. And it never dies alone if you sing along. Let me tell you that I don't understand why we're spinning these planets don't fit in my hands. Come on now, I don't understand. We're still making plans. Ooh. There is a song inside my heart, and wait till you hear my favorite part.
Yeah.
And
He was on The Voice.
Okay.
You went very far on The Voice. Okay, Jolie? You only wish you could go as far as him.
wow. I think
Coming in hot.
I think that was some mistaken family beef that just got unmuted.
I'm sure we can work all of this out.
And I'm not gonna blow her up, but I know where it came from. And if you were not the only one on the screen, you would see a very wide, awkward smile coming from me right now. Jolie, those were fighting words. I don't want to know what happens later. But New World will treat you right. Andrew, that was amazing. There's a lot of good recommendations for that song, but my favorite comment that came in was from Samantha DeMuro,
My cousin.
saying you should see the home videos. And if Samantha, if that was a threat, let us help you make good on that. Please send them to chat@guitarsoverguns.org.
Please do. I'm gonna call your bluff.
Uh-oh.
I know she's got him too.
I'd really like to see that. There's a lot of really, really good song titles on here. We'll at least tell you which one has the most likes by the end of the night for sure.
Cool.
Man, that was really, really beautiful. And rumor has it you have one more song, and if we I think we should save it for the after party.
I'm down.
Yeah?
The rumor is true. I'll just spell that right now.
Is it an original? Can you tell us a little bit about it so we can...
It's not an original, but but it's not like either of the ones I played up until this point.
Okay.
It's different.
I can't wait to hear it. And I hope you all stick around for the end of the night because Andrew will
It's
be
by an
back.
artist who really matters right now.
There you go. Okay. I want to shout out two things. First, I saw that Rosa Santiago from the Kirk Foundation is on, and they just supported us based on the work that our mentors are doing right now, knowing how difficult this time was, which absolutely means the world to me. And I hope Andrew's not off the screen yet.
I'm here.
I have to ask you, something very serious came up in our last team call, and I want to at least throw it out to the group because I feel like everyone needs to weigh in on this. But you had a questionable, the topic, and this caused quite a controversy, was favorite cereal brand. And there was a little bit of a story behind you unveiling your actual favorite cereal brand to us. And maybe you could share that because we could start the favorite cereal.
Absolutely.
Favorite cereal.
I do need some context though, Chad. I need to know which favorite cereal story you're referring to because I did tell two.
The one that prompted a support group on Facebook.
Of course. Okay, so I'm among family, so I don't have any problem sharing this. My favorite cereal is Raisin Bran Crunch. I think it's got all the elements of a great cereal. It's got raisins, it's got crunchy granola, it's high in fiber, it's good for me. I was always a little embarrassed to say that that was my favorite cereal because it's not as flashy as a Lucky Charms or a Cinnamon Toast Crunch or even a Golden Grams. So I was at an instructors forum for After School Matters. Shout out to them. They're one of our partners here in the city. They led a great all-day professional development for all of their instructors and community leaders. And we were doing a quick whip around and get to know you activity. And the topic of conversation was favorite cereal. So me on this Saturday morning at 9:30 in the morning, I'm sweating in my coat here because I am scrambling to try and come up with an alternative brand of cereal that isn't as embarrassing as Raisin Bran Crunch. But I have to shout out the guy who went right before me, because the guy who went right before me said, "Oh, my name's so-and-so, I work at so-and-so, and my favorite cereal is Raisin Bran Crunch." And his bravery gave me the permission to say how I really felt about Raisin Bran Crunch. And I said exactly that, like, thank you, man, for giving me the confidence to say this and to be my true self today. My favorite cereal is also Raisin Bran Crunch. And as we went around that circle, there were 4 or 5 other people whose favorite cereal was also Raisin Bran Crunch.
The courage!
So that to say, you never know who you're standing next to, folks.
The courage! Oh, the courage!
That was the beginning of a tribe that day.
Oh man, tremendous courage. Do you remember his name? If so, you should shout him out.
I don't. I almost think it's better that way. It adds to like the legend of it. I don't remember his name.
Fair enough. For the record, mine is is Honey O's, and you rolled the dice. You rolled the dice on what that did to the roof of your mouth every time you took a bite. Never wait for it to really get soft enough with the milk, but we'll let the comments section kind of let the true champion stand. Anyway, that was totally beautiful. No compromise, love message, life in every song. There is, and in every song, we're amongst the top choices for song titles. But
I'm with it.
Look, I could listen to you sing all night, and hopefully we will later. I want to, while you're on the phone, let you know that we are now $4 shy of $16,000 raised for our mentors, which has got to feel like a good note to go out on. So
it would be even better if we raised $4 right now.
Yeah, or the other 20.
Or the other 20.
But thank you, and we will see you in a little bit. I'm going to bring up another one of our incredible mentors.
Thank you, mentors.
Yes. The gallery is clapping, although they are on mute. It's my pleasure to introduce to you all Alejandro Elizondo, who should be coming up in just a second.
Hello.
There he is.
How's it going?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How's the quarantine treating you?
It's treating me good. I have kind of made a music room set up here for myself. A friend of mine painted this wall, so there's never a shortage of buzzing energy around whenever there's weird sounds to make on my keyboards. But how are you doing, Chad?
I'm doing all right, man. It's been a tough week. A lot of you know that I recently lost an uncle a week ago today, and right before this, I was on a call with like a lot of family, which was obviously really tough, but it was also really, really beautiful. You know, death is a part of life, and it's really never feels fair. It feels particularly unfair right now, and not to be able to grieve with family is really tough. But man, I cannot say enough about the healing power of music. It is like everything that I need right now, and I'm just so honored to be able to be blessed with your music and to be able to share that with the world. So I don't want to talk too much. What are you going to play for us tonight?
I was thinking of a song that kind of made me feel relevant to the Go-Go family here. We're reaching out, doing this show to reach out to our community to see how we can make ourselves feel connected to this amazing family. And it's as easy as just showing up on this show already, seeing all the faces of our friends. It is a very strange time for us all. And there is a song that I've always kind of gone to for a bit of solidarity. The lyrics are about birds of a feather, we rock together. What's that, Chad? You hear me all right? We're good? Are we? All right, cool. And it's an opportunity to do something fun with my loop pedal. And so this is a song that kind of makes you think of all those people that got your back in the good times and the bad times. Also, when you're not close together, you know, no matter how far you are from those people, you could always rock with them, lean on them in any way. And this song is dedicated to all of my fellow mentors who are that crew for me.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Birds of a feather, we rock together. If we got a problem, we talk together. Let's head down south, escape the bad weather. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Birds of a feather, we rock together. If we got a problem, we talk together. Let's head down south, escape the bad weather. Ooh, 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 ooh. Birds of a feather, we rock together. If we got a problem, we talk together. Let's head down south, escape the bad weather. Ooh, 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 ooh. The rain came to my treetop, and it washed away so many things. Things I couldn't learn until I went through. Things I didn't know until I met you. Now I'm learning the hard way. Learning the hard way. Learning the hard way to be true. But now I'm learning the hard way. So feather, we flock together. We got a pound, we talk together. Now let's head down south and face that weather. Say, oh yeah, oh no. Birds of a feather, flock together. Say, we got a pound, we talk together. Are you talking today? Down south, hey, bad weather. The wind came to my treetop, and it blew away so many things. Things I didn't know until I went through. It blew me farther from the place that I met you. Now I'm learning the hard way, hard way. I'm learning the hard way. of a feather, rock together. Say if we got a problem, we all got to say. Down south, escape the bad weather. Now, birds of a feather, we flock together. If we got a problem, then we'll talk together. Down south, escape the bad weather. Oh, now, if you ever need me, never need me, need me. Oh, you gotta do is just go. Together. If we got a problem, talk together. Stay down south, escape the bad weather.
Yeah,
Hey.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Awesome.
Man, how much of this setup is a normal setup for you, and how much have you kind of adapted during this crazy quarantine time?
This setup right here is one that I hadn't done for many years until recently. I think the last year I've been doing some gigs with the looper on the floor, with some bass, with some keys. I can kind of get rid of this guy and feel a little more acoustic with just one keyboard. But it's been a lot of fun to try and do for quarantine because there's actually something really fun about playing just the instrument by myself. And Andrew singing one of my favorite songs of all time, hearing it on guitar actually makes Tiny Dancer like that song translates in every way. And all you need to do is sing it and play it. So this is a way to test myself and a little bit of one of these thingies. And other than that, it's a way to feel a little I don't know. It lets you play a groove for a little longer when you can feel that bass and stuff. So it's been a lot of fun to mess with on my end. I want to on the next song just kind of strip it down a little bit.
That's awesome. And I think the world wants to know what your favorite cereal is too, just to stay on brand, if you will.
I would say scrap the cereal, give me some gallo pinto. And some queso fresco and scrambled eggs, and call me a happy child of a Nicaraguan family.
Yeah, I don't think that's General Mills, but sounds like the breakfast of champions.
That's enough for me. So.
That's a Miami breakfast all day. I want to shout out some people, namely my mother just joined.
I think mine's watching as well.
Oh,
Hey,
and you know what? And there's a bunch of my friends. One of the so Melissa Medina is on the call on the feed as well, and she, Becky and I just had twins 15, 16 weeks ago, and yeah, and we have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So the house is a little bit crazy. I'm in the garage where I lock myself during the day to work, and as hard as that is, it's just like a lot. 4 kids is a lot of kids, like more kids than most people should have. And every time I see Melissa Medina, who's like, for those of you that don't know her, just such an amazing community champion, somebody that, makes Miami significantly better as a city to live in, just incredible people. But yeah, shout out to all the moms out there. We did this last week or last session, but it's amazing. If you're on this call or you're on this feed, send your mom a text right now. Tell her how much you appreciate her. I think that's a message we can all get behind. So Ale, tell us what you're gonna play, and let's do it.
Well, Chad, I wanted to strip it down, and actually I wanted to do a duet with you. Latency be damned. I have this old trombone from middle school.
Oh,
I can only do primarily like fart noises, but I expect that when this quarantine's over, I might make it up to a B flat scale. So should we do this? Maybe we should practice this later. All right, hold on.
I think that's going to be really well served for the after party.
Good idea.
Yeah, for the after party.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it down.
That got close. I thought we were going to do that.
You know what? I feel like your time is so good, even with the latency, you'll sound funkier than anything I could play.
So that's very nice of you. Given the fact that you don't play trombone, I'm not sure how much of a compliment that is, but I will take it.
I can sound like we're slipping on a banana peel. That's the best I got.
There we go.
That's my emotional state these days.
Shout out to the Gunsies out there too. Appreciate y'all. So many good people in the audience.
This is a bit of a sing along. If you're out there, don't have to worry about the latency.
I'm sorry. Before you do, one of your mentees, well, one of your citrus folks, Wendy,
Whoa, boy.
says, about to make me cry because I miss you all so much.
Oh, we miss
And
you, Wendy.
My heart is hurting for our students. Sorry, brother. Go ahead. I felt like you needed.
I'm so happy to hear that. I am not seeing the feed or anything like that right now. I'm just here on Zoom, and Wendy is one of our OG Citrus Grove. She's been there as long as I have in my couple of years of being a mentor, and she's not only a singer with our students and kind of an alumni who comes back and helps keep our family together over there. She's also a clarinetist in the symphony orchestra at school, and that's kind of one of the things I relate to of a lot of this from as opposed to a lot of the other students. I kind of came up as a little bit of a band kid, and so it was always great to see Wendy bringing her clarinet and just learning all these different melodies from pop tunes while practicing for a solo ensemble.
My heart is broken. We wrote out a clarinet part for our music video that we didn't get a chance to do this year because it should have happened during spring break.
Right.
Probably that's one of the toughest things for me.
I'll never forget when we had the previous year. I believe it was the previous year. She rapped a verse, and kind of working together on that verse. Wendy, if you're listening to me, that was one of the best times that we had together. I loved it. I'll never forget it. And I'm going to dedicate this to all of our little students out there. If you want to sing along, it's very easy lyrics. It's just la, la, la. La, 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 la. My chérie, amor, lovely as a summer day. My chérie, amor, distant as a Milky Way. My chérie, amor, pretty little one that I adore. Oh, you're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. Sing along, you now. La, 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 la. 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 Maybe someday see my face among the crowd. Maybe, oh, someday I'll share your little distant cloud. My chérie, amor, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. Last time, la 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 la.
Nice.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Love it, Ale.
I'm having such a good time seeing all the mentors and everybody. Thank you to everybody in Facebook. We love you.
Yeah.
Love you, Ale. Sound great, brother.
Love you, Ale. Awesome, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. For those of you out there, the one of the things that's so special about the organization is that every summer we have what we call our Mentor Institute, which is really we also informally call it our family reunion. We have all of our mentors from Chicago come down to Miami. We have a big pig roast. We do it Miami style, and man, it is like such a wonderful feeling of a reunion to be connected with everybody. And it's instantaneous. I mean, the second that we had, kind of our first like all organization wide call, you could just see like every person that entered the room and saw like this wall of faces in the organization, like, oh man, it is so good to see you guys. And that feeling hasn't dimmed at all, which is really, really incredible. And so as much as this is for all of the Guitars Over Guns supporters and people in the community, and even if you're just out there to check out some great music, know how much that you're stepping into a place of like total adoration, not only of the people that are performing, but just this mutual love that exists within this organization that makes this such a special thing for everybody that you see on this Zoom call. So,
Chad, if I may,
yeah,
I just want to give a word of kind of gratitude to Chad, John Walker, our admin team that kind of made it really easy. I know for me as someone who gets to check in with all my other mentors, it made it really easy for me to appreciate what it is just to see everybody's faces and do all these check-ins. But the fact that we're doing this music today, streaming out there to keep in touch with our community, that's something that I think reflects really highly on kind of the leadership of the organization in terms of valuing the community. For all the artists out there that are friends of ours, that know about GoGo, that know about the family that we got here. It's one of the reasons why, not only for the work we do with our students, but myself as an artist with all my other mentors, it really is an experience we kind of can only cultivate with like-minded people. And so, to have a platform to do that has been a vision of our leadership team that brought this night together. So that's something that I think deserves plenty gratitude and appreciation.
Man, thank you so much, Ale. The taking care of our people is a core value of ours, and it is so essential that I think the very first thing that we decided, obviously when all this happened, we thought that schools were going to be potentially canceled. After school programs were going to be potentially canceled. This is before any of this really went down. We took a look, had a emergency board meeting, and the very first order of business was to continue paying the full expected income to all of our artists. And that was before any stimulus packages had been announced, anything like that. And I don't say that in any kind of, look at us kind of way, but just to communicate the value that the organization places on these individuals. We knew what the situation would be if it got to a level where people had to stay at home or weren't able to go out, or gigs were going to get canceled. We know how much our artists count both on their income from playing music in the community and from the income that they make with Guitars Over Guns. And it was so critical to us to protect that, so that when we got out of this, that we had our people and that they were strong and that they were healthy. Everything that's happening tonight is really going towards replacing and replenishing all of that income that they would otherwise be getting playing out in this music, in clubs and in bars and in restaurants and all that. So our heart is with all of those of you in the service industry, in the hospitality industry, and all of our artists. I think the reality is that we're all going through it in one way or another, and the least that we can do is share the thing that connects all of us so deeply, and that is music. And so our next guest, our next mentor that I'm going to bring up is the most recent addition to the team, and that is Miss Olive Blue. And she should be joining me here in just a second.
Hello.
Hey, there you are. How's it going?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. So tell me tell me what it's like, and we legitimately have not had this conversation, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but what is it like to walk into Guitars Over Guns in 2020 and have this happen immediately, and kind of have the organization, like, how does it feel to be a part of this right now?
Well, it's interesting, like, even though we're in a time of quarantine and I only had a couple weeks with the students, we still had our virtual Zoom meetings, and I feel like I felt the love like just as much as I would if I were to meet everyone in person. And I don't know, I guess it's just interesting. It's all new for me, everything all around. So I guess I don't know what to really compare it to, but it's been amazing.
And you also had a stint on The Voice as well, did you not?
I did. This time last year, I was actually in LA for the live shows.
Amazing. And what was that experience like?
That was the most amazing and most learning experience ever. Really, the thing that I think the audience really didn't get to see at home was the connection between the artists, because we spent so much time together just as a contestants. And my season, we didn't really compete with each other too much. And we just shared music and we had jam sessions all the time. And it was just so much love. So it was amazing.
Tell us something that maybe nobody would know watching the show.
Okay, let me think. I think one thing you wouldn't know is, I would say, how nervous we are, because I feel like on the show, even watching myself, I was like, wow, I look like I'm not about to poop my pants. Like I felt like I was, but I was so nervous every time I went on stage. And then another thing is that Blake Shelton always has alcohol in his cup.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Who knew? He's a big guy, I've heard, like a really big guy.
Oh, he's you can't even imagine how tall he is. He's like, oh, he's tall.
Andrew's saying it's not true. I'm gonna let y'all debate this at the after party, but I feel like there's definitely some stories to be shared. So tell us what you're gonna bless us with tonight.
Well, I kind of adjusted what I was going to sing tonight. I'm gonna start with a song that I wrote at the beginning. Well, it wasn't at the beginning of quarantine. It was kind of right before. And I was just thinking about people that have gone too early. Like I was thinking about an artist named Mac Miller, and Kobe Bryant had just passed. And I was like, man, if anything were to happen to me, what would I want people to know? Like, what would I want people to know? And the song is just about, I want to dedicate it to people who have lost family members, and it's just been such a tough time. And this song is really just reminding people that I love you. Like someone loves you, even if you don't know, like they're looking down on you smiling. So it's really short, and I'm just gonna sing it a cappella. So yeah. All right. If I ever were to go, I hope that you know there's someone looking down on you. They proud of you. Say someone loves you. Someone does. Someone loves you more than you could ever know. Someone loves you. Someone does. Someone loves you more than you could ever know. Yes, I do. Yeah, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I love you. Yes, I do. Yeah, I got proof. Yes, yes, I do. Yes, everything is all right. Everything is okay. When you look to the sky, please do not cry. God forbid I would go today. But hey, someone loves you. Someone does. Someone loves you more than you could ever know. Someone loves you. Someone does. Someone loves you more than you could ever know. I do. And that's Someone Loves You.
Hey.
Really nice.
Let me tell you something. It takes a lot to get up here and sing a cappella, especially, and as much as this is a family, you know, there's just like so many amazing musicians in this crew that as a musician, I know what it feels like to play in front of other musicians, and I'll take 500,000 people over 5 musicians any day of the week in terms of nerve.
Yes. Same, exactly.
That's real talk. You know what the second hardest audience is for me? Our
Yes.
kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know Adam Stein can relate to that.
Oh God, don't even get me started. Yeah, so nervous around them.
That was gorgeous. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so.
Tell us some of your like inspirations as an artist, and particularly when it comes to like how you write and what your process is.
Okay, well, I am inspired by very many things. Like I could be inspired by just looking at the way a pencil fell on the ground or just nature. But when I think about artists that inspire me a lot, I would say Erykah Badu. I actually have like a whole mural of her on the side of my wall. I just really appreciate how much she knew about what she was talking about. And, you know, she had a very strong message. And I just like that she would just really held on to that and she didn't budge. Jill Scott, and of course the greats like Michael Jackson. I used to listen to a lot of Earth, Wind and Fire. And yeah, when I write a song, one, I think about usually like there could be diary songs where I'm just writing to get my feelings out. But then another huge message that I have is like to inspire people to just live freely and embrace their natural beauty. I got this little pick thing. And one of my phrases is, my name is Olive Blue. There's no E's in my name and there's a pick in my fro. But I obviously don't have a fro right now. But yeah, I just want to be able to inspire people out there. And then if I have something that I'm going through that someone could connect with, then I'm going to put that in the song and hopefully that it'll reach them.
I think one of the amazing things about writing is like, you think about all the songs that you connected with as a kid that you like went to and found just complete salvation in, and how that artist will never know because you'll never have the opportunity to, I mean, maybe now today's a little different, but like when we were coming up, it's not like you could just reach out to an artist and tell them like, hey, this really did this for me. And it's such an amazing thing. It's like throwing a stone into a pond and you have no idea where those ripples end up and how they amplify. And it's such a beautiful thing. We got some board members in the house. We have Larry in the house. We have Jackie O'Malley in the house. We're a couple dollars shy of 20,000 right now. We're about to hit another milestone. We're on a roll tonight, so I don't want to slow down the progress, but I definitely want to hear more of you singing. So what do you got for us?
Oh, okay. I'm going to do another really quick song. This was the very first song I ever wrote. And when I got into singing and performing, I was super nervous. Honestly, it started about 4.5 years ago. And the biggest thing for me was my support group, my friends and family that told me to keep going. And that's one reason why I just love being able to mentor kids and just let them know, like, hey, you need to believe in yourself. And if I could be that difference in letting someone, you know, be able to share their gift, then let me be that. And yeah, this is the very first song I wrote. It's called Boomerang and it's pretty short.
Did you say 4.5 years?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh
yes.
man. I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but I am going to ask what kind of time you put in that you are sounding and writing like this in less than 5 years.
Well, I always grew up in like choir. I grew up in choir, and I guess I don't know. I guess I'll also give credit to my mother, who has a beautiful voice, and yeah, I just used to sing all the time.
What kind of cereal did she feed you?
Yeah,
we gotta keep it consistent. What's your favorite brand of cereal?
Okay, my favorite cereal, I don't eat cereal often. I really like granola type things, but my favorite cereal, I don't think anyone has really heard of. It's called Cracklin' Oat Bran.
Oh, come on, of course.
You guys know it? A lot of people I talk to don't know it.
You know what? You just shouted out moms and went with Cracklin' Oat Bran, and if my mom is still on, she's gonna be trying to figure out how to write a comment right now because she would be full support but may not be able to communicate it.
Yes,
But we're staying on the brand train. I'm starting to worry about our stomach health here. But it is so true. Just going out there and like, you know, one of the things about the stage is it's total fight or flight. And I think one of the things that's so important about the organization is that every one of our kids, whether they picked up an instrument ever in their life before they started in Guitars Over Guns, will pick up an instrument and will end up performing on stage. Obviously not by force, but every one of our students has the opportunity and is, I will say, strongly encouraged to make that decision of fight or flight. And you know, it is the rare exception that a student is not lifted up by their peers if they're not willing to step foot on stage, or you know, the one that comes to mind for me is the Glory video that we just put out, that came out like right at the beginning of this quarantine. There's a rapper in there that absolutely kills it. His name is Jakari. And I remember, and Michelle will remember this, and Leo picked him up a couple years later, but this guy was so afraid to step foot on the stage. And I say this not to embarrass him, because he is an absolute beast now, but like tears in his eyes, like, Mr. Chad, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And this is at a particularly rough school that just kind of got out of hand for performances. Kids had no respect. And he got out there and he killed it, and he like never turned back. And he from that day forward said, all right, that's one thing I know I can do. And today, like, if any of you out there have not seen the Guitars Over Guns Glory video, Carly, if you could please post it. And big shout out to Carly, by the way, who makes all these things happen. Big shout out to Carly. If you could post that link in the comments, y'all have to watch this video. It will absolutely inspire you. Would love to know if you saw it, what you think about it. If you haven't seen it, when you watch it, please reach out and let us know, because our kids look at these comments. But you would never imagine that this is a dude that second guessed himself. And the realization that all of us do, like all of us mentors, still, every time I go on stage, I have those butterflies in my stomach. And you just start to like recognize that they're a good thing, a positive thing. And I think it's healthy for us to talk about that, because it's not something that goes away because you grow older or you're more experienced or whatever. It just means that you're really doing something that you care about and that you love. So I can't wait to hear this next song.
Yeah, I want to shout out to my mom, because I know she's watching right now.
Yeah.
My dad was here, and my friend Braxton Williams. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. This song is called Boomerang.
And it's the first song that you wrote.
Yes. Oh, that's the sound. Okay. Sitting here thinking about how deep we were in love. Sitting here thinking to myself, why'd we break up? But I do, yeah. Kind of funny that we go through this again. We tried to end it, but we fell in love again. You tried to throw me, but I'm back like a boomerang. Do it again, now I'm back like a boomerang. Shattered pieces on the floor again. Couldn't take it, about 1,000 tears fall down my eyes. My heart broke different this time, like over and over and over again. I'm broken and I let you do the crime. You broke your boomerang. I'm not coming back again, yeah. You broke your boomerang. No, I'm not coming back again, yeah. You broke your boomerang. No, I'm not coming back again. You broke your boomerang. I'm not coming back again. Do, 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 do. And that's Boomerang.
Yeah.
Nice.
If that's where you start, how do you have the courage to keep going? Like, my only question. Like, my first song did not sound like that. Oh, that was amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do you still perform that song regularly?
I do. It actually sounds a lot different because I usually perform it with my band and I mash it up with another song. But yeah, that's another one of my favorite songs. That's one of my favorite songs to perform.
Thank you for letting us in. Like, that's a really huge thing, and especially for all these mentors that are on this Zoom call right now, and all the Facebook world that's watching. You know, getting to that place of vulnerability is really why this feels like such a family, and there's no more honest way to do that than through music. And so I just so appreciate you, and I'm so happy. Like, it gives me like unbridled joy that our kids get to learn from you and receive wisdom from you. And that just means everything to me. So thank you. Welcome. And can't wait to hear some more music from you soon.
Yes, yes.
Great news. We've hit the $20,000 mark. That's incredible. I have to thank our board of directors. A lot of you all are on the feed right now. We could not be doing this without you. I will say this, that when we made the decision to continue to pay our mentors in full, no matter what happened, it was something that we felt really impassioned about. And I went into the board, thinking like, all right, let me grab whatever I need to go and like defend this point and why it's so important. And there was not a single hesitation from anyone. Like, can we do this responsibly? This is absolutely in line with our values. Let's go. And that really says everything. This organization is so much a product of all the individuals that invest into it. And that is our students, that is our community, that is our mentors, and that is most especially our board. And I just thank you so deeply for that support. Big shout out to Jackie, who just sponsored a mentor on here. Thank you to the DeMuro family that is donating as well. Dylan Hankey from Navy Pier is on. He booked our alumni last year. That's really everything. And I want to also give a big shout out before I bring big bad Leo Da Vinci to the house, to Adriana Oliva, the AO Insight, who is responsible for getting our story out into the community. And she's been with us for 5 years and has kind of taken our entire communication world and is the bridge between the community and the stories that we are so proud to tell. So thank you, AO. Leo, where are you at, brother?
I'm right here, good sir.
Hey.
How you doing, guys?
That's what I'm talking about, bro. How's it going, man?
Good, man. Here, taking advantage of this hermit life.
How's your grandmother doing?
She's great. Mom is great. My dog is great.
Good. But it's a lot of people that you're taking care of over there, man. And when I talked to Leo earlier today, he was going to administer some medicine for his grandmother, which just tells you everything you need to know about him. But man, shout out who you need to shout out. Tell us a little bit about Leo, man. What are you gonna perform for us?
Oh, I got 2 records. They're both like pretty much polar opposites. One is a fun record that I wrote in the hospital bed when I was sick. Is actually in the vibe of Dilla. I did a whole Dilla project, and at the moment that I did it, I didn't know that there was a lot of bootlegging from him. And I actually wrote to his mother, and she heard the whole thing. And something that was actually kind of wrong ended up being right because I ended up being friends with her. And long story short, she accepted me, and I apologized for bootlegging her son's, stuff. Which I was kind of embarrassed, but it's funny how the world works, man. That actually brought us together, and
she's been one of the most adamant supporter, like advocates for protecting against bootlegging and people ripping off beats and all of that.
Yeah, man, he's the #1 bootleg artist of all time.
I mean, he's the #1 producer of all time, but that's another conversation. But man, like, how did that conversation go?
I saw her make a complaint, and she was like, "You guys got to stop doing this to my son." And I wrote to her, and I told her, "Look, I did this project." I don't even think she was gonna listen to it. I didn't make a dollar off of it. People have donated money to me, but I'll give it to you because I didn't make this project to make money. I made it because I remember Dilla making music until he died on his hospital bed, and I told my mom, like, if this is my time, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. So that actually reached her, and when I read that email, it was like 2 days before I got let go of the hospital, which it just brought up my life. It was just like, another pair of lungs to play with.
Man, I don't mean to pry or put you on the spot or ask you to get too personal here, but just knowing your story and how willing you've been to share it with our students to give them perspective, would you mind sharing a little bit of that, why you're in the hospital and what you've been fighting through?
Yeah, in April 19th, 2013, 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with a macroadenoma, which at first we thought it was just, you know, a little something that was in my pituitary.
Which is a brain tumor.
Pretty much. It's very small, and people would tell me, you know, it's not gonna do that much of damage to you. But at the moment when we found it, it already enlarged my heart. It made me gain weight. I fluctuate weight with it, and it just my pituitary controls your whole body, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was wrong. You know, I used to play football, and I used to think that, you know, whatever, I could hang, it's just another thing I could put off. But come to find out, it was very serious. To this day, it messes with me. But, you know, still fighting, still here.
But at the time you did that record, I mean, you really didn't know how things were going to end up.
I had no clue. She hit me up actually a year later and told me to open up for the Dilla weekend that happened here.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was amazing. Man. That day changed my life when she introduced me to Madlib, Pete Rock, all these legends, and I'm like, wow. I was in the hospital 8 months before this, you know.
That's incredible, man. So tell us again. That just hit me like a ton of bricks. Tell us again what you're gonna perform. And
so this is one of the records. What I did on that project that I did, I grabbed little pieces that he had just chopped up, and he'll like put them at the end of beats. So I stretched them out, or I added things. Still not taking production credit, you know, that just by hearing what he was doing, I was like, oh my God, I'm inspired, because that's the root, you know. So yeah. I basically sampled him and made songs out of it. This one is actually something that Q-Tip picked up, but I flipped it completely different, you know.
What's it called?
That's What's Up.
That's What's Up. All right.
Yeah. Ready to go?
Let's hear it.
All right.
And thank you, bro. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem. Yeah. Woke up to give thanks, fam. Another day, another dollar, homie. We gotta rep it, hip hop, y'all. We started from the ground now. Woke up to give thanks, fam. Another day, another dollar, homie. We gotta rep it, hip hop, y'all. We started from the ground now. Communicate with words and we bounce to the beat. Street hustle is the name and I let it repeat. I won't let it go to waste until I feel it's complete. And you can keep the other ones, even the Benjamins be. They're up for presidency, I'm out for presidency. Knew that I could do it listening to JD. Something about the music that captivates me. Machine Gun Funk from Biggie raised me. Me against the road, the infamous Mobb Deep. Running through the far side slump in Long Beach. Kendall's where I'm from, puffin' West Palm Beach. All the way to the shot, take it back to the street. In the back of the seat, looking back to the street. Moving up the top, infinite, the slow key. Close enough to watch everything in HD. Fresh out the hospital, call me crazy. Woke up to give thanks, fam. Another day, another dollar, homie. We gotta rep it, hip hop, y'all. We started from the ground now. Woke up to give thanks, fam. Another day, another dollar, homie. We gotta rep it, hip hop, y'all. We started from the ground now. See, here's the thing. Used to reminisce and sing. Jigger through the speaker screaming money ain't a thing. Ain't trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents. If it doesn't make sense, we losing patience. If you mess with big and heavy in that ass like a wedgie. Says who says me, but guess who texts me? She acting testy, but damn she's sexy. Who am I to say no, I came correctly. Hit them with a little bit of leaders of the new school. Tribe Called Quest and Luke is what I'm used to. Parliament funk before they had a YouTube. BDP, MOP, and back to the true school. LOST to the BOYZ. Nothing more than me than freaking time. It's the cheeks, it's the Jeeps. The Lex Scoops, Beamers, and the Benz. To all of my ladies and my men's. And all of my people in the pens. Keep your head up. Woke up to give thanks, man. Another day, another dollar, homie. We gotta rep it, hip hop, y'all. We started from the ground now. Woke up to give thanks, fam. Another day, another dollar, homie. We gotta rep it, hip hop, y'all. We started from the ground now. Yes, sir.
Hey!
That's what's up.
There you go, man. There you go.
Da Vinci.
Killing, bro. Now, man, I wanted to hop in on the backgrounds. The bangs. That's killing, man. And for the people, just to say her name, a lot of excitement around that tune. A lot of excitement around that tune. Man, that's incredible. And man, Dilla's mom's name is
Maureen.
Marie. That's
Maureen
right.
Nancy Smith.
Man, she's doing incredible work in the community too. Big shout out.
Yeah, man. She's a very big inspiration. She I remember she told us a story about her being the first black homeowner in her neighborhood, and that hit me right in the heart because I'm like, what? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm honored. You know.
Yeah.
Nothing was better though than my mom making her a tres leche. That was the science sealed living.
I need to get to that level. I need some of Mama Da Vinci's tres leches, bro.
Got you.
Yeah, man, that was amazing. Those stories are so powerful when you hear them, and I think one of the things that I've watched you do, and so subtly, like in a big crowd, you're not the guy that's going to kind of push your way in front of everybody and be super loud, but you have this way of reaching our kids that is unlike anything I've seen, and they resonate so deeply because your whole like perspective and persona with them is like you don't need to be loud to be heard, and I think that's just such a heavy sentiment. And then I mean I've watched you, especially with some of our students that have some dangerous kind of pressures around them to go down paths that could be potentially destructive for them. The way you've handled that has been like so honest and so real and so authentic. And if you don't mind just kind of talking a little bit about that, I think people would really appreciate knowing what our mentors get from what our mentees get from our mentors in those kinds of situations.
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, even in the scene, in the music scene, the hip hop scene in Miami, people always be like, "Man, you're the one who actually congratulates the other artists and gives them props and is very quiet and is not trying to be flashy." And in a way, I was like, this hip hop scene is not for me because everybody wants to do the opposite. But when I found Go-Go, it helped me completely change to the person I needed to be. It completely changed my life, man. I in a way, I was never selfish, but whatever little bit I had in me that was selfish is gone. And that's because I would look at these kids and be like, wow, I wish I had a me. I wish I had a Chad or all these other mentors that are actually saying, do this, try this, have a voice, pluck something, hit something, just express yourself. I didn't have that. I remember when I played football, I used to tell the coaches, hey, are we done with practice? Because I want to go write rhymes or whatever, and they'll laugh at me. And I was like, that's not encouraging, dude. Like you're just messing up my head. But they didn't understand. I didn't understand, and now I do understand. So that's why I'm in this position, and thank God to you because you changed my life, bro. And I remember when you hired me, I told you this is gonna change my life, and I was like, right on the nose, bro.
Man, thank you. But you actually turned me down at first.
I did, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't mentally ready. I was still in the street. I was still hustling. I was still doing the rapper stuff, like the wrong things.
I think, man, I think that's so much of what makes you so unique and what makes this organization so unique and what makes kind of the hip hop that like pop culture has taken to and divorced itself from like the true art form of hip hop and like how expressive of an art form it is and how it was really like this way for the story to be told, like for the people telling it more than the commercialized, like who's digesting this. And there's something so real about the way that you and shout out to all of our other MCs in Guitars Over Guns, man. Y'all are incredible at doing this, but the level of expression and artistry that goes into your writing and your thought process and your flow is like, it's absolutely incredible, man. And I think the thing that is so real about that is it gives you an opportunity to talk to our kids about, like I know where you're at. I know what you're dealing with because I've been there. And that's what a mentor is. It's not this like picture perfect person. And that was the conversation that we had. And it was so clear to me that you wanted out of that and that you were like looking for the next chapter. And it was like, man, this is exactly the right place for you, you know? And I appreciate the appreciation, but I mean, I got to throw it back to you, man. That doesn't have, you can't ask somebody to do that unless they want to do that and they are ready for that. And I saw I think Andrew wrote, you're exactly where you need to be. That says it all, man.
I appreciate and honored to be in the front line, and that's something very few rappers in our scene can say. Shout out to Nuisance. Shout out to Amin. Amin is a very such a dope person that always inspired me too.
Love you, brother, for sure.
So now,
tell us what you're gonna give us.
Now I'm gonna give you some heart.
Wait, I got a shout out. All right, so I'm aspiring to be, our faux MC here on these sessions, but I got to shout out the real MC, the homie Saif. We were on his show last week, the FIU 305 Cafecito show, and that guy is a legit hip hop head, like for real hip hop head. I loved learning that last week. So tell us how you're about to bring us the heart.
This is something that I wrote on a friend's birthday, which I had a thing that every time there was a holiday, I would want to be in the studio instead of celebrating. I don't know why. And this came about. I used to be in a group called Miami Beat Wave, and I used to have a writing partner called AG Lyons, and I just whispered this hook to him, and he looked at me like, and then after we sang it 2-3 times, he's like, wow, this is dope. So this is what came about. It's called Something Like This. My mama told me that it would be something like this. A good friend told me that there would be days just like this. My mama told me that it would be something like this. And my brothers used to tell me, yeah, that they would be days just like this. From war story to war story, I heard them all. There's no glory, the weather storm and the sky falls. I'm under pressure, tunnel vision, call me Cyclops. Another victim of the system, damn, I'm livestock. No premonition of opinion, so I try hard. I hold the vision while I listen to my iPod. I got the symptoms of $1 million line cough. It's flow official, living free, spitting real talk. A verse for people when they struggle, when I feel numb. No day goes by without yearning for that real love. Another lesson learned, but I still feel. They say commercial, but I'll never really switch it up. Forget a hater, I don't cater to these Daffy Ducks. My key is major, little minor, hope you dig it up. Da Vinci sketching up a rhythm that I'm living up. So middle fingers up if you don't give up. My mama told me that it would be something like this. A good friend told me that they would be days just like this. My mama told me that it would be something like this. And my brothers used to tell me, yeah, that they would be days just like this. Composed it in my first verse. I did it first and I did it when it really hurt. No other words can explain all the pretty perks. I don't deserve it and I find it that it really works. We put in work for the knowledge that it's really worth. I seen a hearse, but it's still not 1,000 words. Forget a curve. I don't want to die slanging verb. I want to die with my words written on the curb. I see a part of me that's not really far from me. It's really hard for me to think it out thoughtfully. When you're an asterisk or maybe an apostrophe, you can't possibly commit to an apology. It's the little things that shouldn't really bother me, but yet it bothers me. It doesn't hit me logically. I speak with honesty combined with armed robbery. See, life is on to me. She visits quite constantly. Told me that it would be something like this. A good friend told me that they would be days just like this. My mama told me that it would be something like this. And my brothers used to tell me, yeah, that they would be days just like this. Yes, Yes, sir.
Hey,
Hey, could I film it?
man.
Nobody believe it.
Yes, sir.
Believe it.
So good.
Believe it.
Bro, I didn't even have words, man.
Yeah.
So heavy, bro. Tunnel vision, just call me Cyclops.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Syph is saying channeling some real Kendall vibes over there, man. Shout out to the family, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the family.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my Gogo family.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We also have one of our principals on the call, Mrs. Marilyn Stroke, Evergreen Academy in the house. This lady, let me tell you something. She's probably, it'd be between you and her that I wouldn't want to run around a dark corner on back in the day. This lady is, I don't know, 5 feet couple and like full of South Side just vigor. And when we got the like kibosh on all after school programming, you know, and only in CPS they have some very strict rules around communicating with students, you know, obviously for the students' safety and all that, but Miss Stroke was not having it. And she's like, you don't understand, Guitars Over Guns is an essential part of my kids' well-being. And like, she fought it to the district level to make sure that our mentors could continue to work with our students. She got everyone's CPS, like email accounts. She went to bat for us so hardcore. So I have to shout out Mrs. Stroke because she is like an absolute hero to us, which is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Man, I want to also remind everyone that in addition to the primary reason of being here, which is truly to like share Guitars Over Guns with you all, like share these artists like Leo and like Olive and like Andrew and like Ale and all the artists that performed last session. You know, like we all need this right now, and all of us for different reasons, but all of us are going through it in our own way. And you have to know that artists, like our role in the world is to express that and to create a way for us to all connect and communicate and plug into something that reminds us of the universal nature of the fact that we truly are all way more similar than we are different. And it's such a special thing. So that is, you know, reason number one that we are doing this. Reason number two is we are raising money for the Mentor Relief Fund. We are over, I want to say $21,000. I'll get a, let's see. Yes, we're over $21,000. We're almost at 25. We can get to 25 by the end of this. I'm going to be a very happy man. This is all money that is going directly to the individuals that are working directly with our students twice a week for hours. And I mean hours because we set the initial time for, I think, an hour and a half for first contact. Then it became 2 hours because the students were asking for more. Then the students were asking, can we stay on the sessions while you guys, you know, go? And so obviously none of the mentors went, and these sessions are going 2, 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes with our students. It is so clear that the relationships that these mentors have with their students are super real. And it's very clear that our students are really, really wanting and needing this right now. And so, you know, I'm just saying that to let you know that these guys are doing the work. They are, you know, in a sense, kind of our first responders to a lot of these students, and are connecting them to some of the resources that they need. And, you know, story again, none of our mentors would accept any kind of hero status for it. It's just what we do. It's just who they are. But I have to tell you that I know for a fact that many of our kids would not be connected to some of the resources that they need right now if not for the individuals that are working with them on a weekly basis. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, Leo. I want to thank you, every mentor that is on this call that is going to see this later. Our mentors are the absolute heart and soul of this organization. Without them, there is no Guitars Over Guns. An organization, you know, the name is the name. The organization itself is the individuals that work with our students. So want to make sure that you all know that. And I also want to thank Savage Ticket, Kent Savage, who's matching every donation dollar for dollar until we reach our $35,000 goal. Subsequently, I will be shaving my head if that happens tonight. But the link is in the chat. It's tagged here. I can also tell you exactly what it is. At mentor-relief-fund on Venmo. And I want to also remind you that we have open mics for Facebook Live Saturday, May 2nd and Tuesday, May 5th. So I really hope that you all will join us for those, and we can even accept some kind of community members and extended Guitars Over Guns fam. Reach out to us, let us know that you're interested, and if there are any spots left, when you do, we will do our best to plug you in. We're gonna hang out and have somewhat of a kind of after party of this, and much more informal. I don't know how we want to do this. Where's Carly? Carly, tell me how to live my life, please. Okay, Carly, how are we doing this with the after party vibes? Are we opening up the Zoom link, or are we staying on Facebook Live? Do you want to let people into a like private Zoom situation by request? All right, we're going to open the Zoom link. So we're going to post the Zoom link in the Facebook chat and give you all kind of a unobstructed view into the world of Guitars Over Guns. We will probably stop streaming this to Facebook Live. But please join us. I mean, this is intended to be whatever it needs to be for you right now. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all of you for supporting Guitars Over Guns. That goes for every donor, every student, every mentor, every board member, every staff member, every volunteer, every school partner, every community partner, everyone that's out in the community that's inspiring us to keep going during this time. Thank you. You never know when somebody's looking at you and needs whatever it is that you're putting out in the world. And all I can say is thank you. Just about every name that's popped up on this feed is somebody that I could say thank you to something for. So appreciate you all. Have a great night. We'll see y'all at the after party here. And before leaving, do something. I knew it. Oh, Andrew's third song is happening. Join the Zoom link. Andrew is going to sing us out. Should we do that now? Should that be the entree into the after party? How you feeling?
I just got unmuted, so it'd be awkward if I didn't say anything.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Thank you to everyone for joining us. I know we've got people on the East Coast, people on the West Coast, people everywhere in between. I appreciate you all. I feel responsible in this moment as an artist, and I know we all do. And this is something we can do. So I'm itching to keep playing, and I hope you'll join us.
Is this a song we can dance to?
I mean, it depends on what kind of dancer you are, I guess. I would say it's medium fast in tempo.
All right. This is a song that you can at least put your head to, is what you're saying.
Oh, 100% head bob vibes. And I actually, Leo will be proud, I created this beat myself in GarageBand. Yep, little drum loop, little bass action, and this is a song by an artist who a lot of us love and respect a lot, who just left us. And I'm gonna pay a little tribute to Bill Withers with a song called Lean On Me.
It sounds like we're gonna stay on Facebook too, so
okay,
we can lean on Facebook. We can lean on the whole community. Let's get everyone involved.
Here we go, and you might hear some voices you didn't expect, so sing along whatever part makes you feel good. Here we go. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, but it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. 'Cause we all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. 'Cause we all need somebody to lean on. If there Call me. If you need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Yeah. Call me, baby. Call me.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Baby,
Yeah.
Bad man. Bad man.
loving
I
it.
see you, Andrew. I see you.
I see you back.
Feeling, brother. Feeling. Did we leave anything out? Do we know what Leo's favorite cereal is? I feel like that might be the only piece of information.
He's also Nicaraguan, so I'm sure it's the same answer.
I'm literally split
Yeah.
between Ale and
No, look, we all like other things than cereal. That was not the question.
I'm just saying, we don't eat
I wasn't gonna blow you
cereal.
up during the session, but let me take a second and pause. Andrew, that was absolutely everything that I needed tonight. Thank you. And like real talk, been leaning on especially Andrew and Jono and Walker and Phil and Adriana and Carly and Tiffany, like our leadership team, Ad and Dennis. Leaning on these people really seriously, particularly in this last week. So it felt all too apropos to have that, but it does not alleviate the need to know what Leo's favorite cereal is.
I am a Raisin Bran Crunch guy too.
Whoa! Whoa!
It was great growing up because nobody touched the box except me.
Wow! I gotta say, I did not see that coming. I really didn't.
I'm telling you, more people than you think. People you love, people you care about. This cereal is not a joke.
Man, I've never dipped my toe in that pool. I just haven't done it.
Dip away, my friend.
I guess I'll have to after this.
Yeah, man.
It's got to be crunch though. It can't just be straight up Raisin Bran. As fine as that is, it's not the same.
It's not.
Man, I feel like I've been living a lie. Ale.
Yo, what's up?
Where
Is there a
are you
follow-up?
at? Where are you at?
I'm over here. I'm muted by the host.
Not anymore. What is
Nah.
what is your
I got
cereal
you.
of choice?
Cereal of choice. I'd have to say there were some good times with Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Like beyond eating?
but as far as being on the hardcore side, scraping up the roof of your mouth, I'll give Captain Crunch.
That's my number 2.
Exactly. There you go. I don't know what it was. I had this thing that I ate Captain Crunch like out of the box without cereal, like a masochist. When I was very young. I don't know why.
Without milk. Without milk.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It was not it
Yeah.
wasn't pleasant, but you like.
No, you're playing with
That's what you
fire. You are playing with fire. I think
I felt so alive.
yeah, I mean until you don't, you know what I mean? I think we gotta we checked in with the leadership team about this, but I think I need to hear from wait a second. Is that Cindy A. Wallace on the Zoom call?
Cindy.
Oh, Mama Wallace, show yourself.
No, Chad. No.
Cindy. I'm unmuted, so.
All right. Well, this is Walker's mother, y'all, and probably the fiercest educator and social justice warrior of all of us. Can you tell us something embarrassing about Walker right now? It was his birthday. It was just his birthday. And I feel like now is the most appropriate time on this small audience of 16 and thousands of people on the interwebs.
I sing happy birthday to Walker twice when I wash my hands.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that for me.
Oh, yeah. No, I think we're going to thank you if you give us a good enough story.
Gosh, there's so many good stories about crazy Walker Mo baby boy moments. But birthdays of loving sharks and dinosaurs and practicing saying cuss words walking around the backyard when he was 2 years old. And his spirit has been rocking it ever since then.
Can you get into his practice routine a little bit? I feel like
Chad, it was that thing. It was, God damn it, hell, God damn it. And he had only barely learned to talk, but those were a few of the phrases he mastered. I'm saying Big Mo was the one he heard that from, and not his beloved mother.
wow. I'm gonna remind you that this is a kids show, and
I know.
and you're
That's why
live on
I hesitated.
Facebook.
You asked for that, and
I
I
did.
hesitated to say it.
I'll say this. People change because I've never heard Walker say anything other than an incredibly sweet anything.
Well, I'll say this. The first time I did hear Walker cuss, my reaction was, wow, this guy sounds like he's been practicing for years.
There you have it. And I was the first to witness this as he walked around the house, seeing what he could do. He was just channeling his inner go-go and wanting to have a vocal presence.
Oh, that is
Mom, love you, Mom. Alejandro, you got another song for us or what?
I have another song for you.
Thanks for being on.
Nice deflection, Walker.
So proud of all of y'all. So proud of all of you.
Thank you. Wallace.
We love you, Cindy.
And I
Love
also
you all. Congratulations on a big couple of nights.
thank you so much. It feels good. We also have Kent Savage on the line, I think, although he may be just hearing us from a distance. And either way, I want to make sure he knows how much we appreciate him. But Kent, if you are around and want to join us, we'd love to see you and hear from you.
Can I say, Kent, Chad introduced us personally, and it was one of those moments that I thought, all right, cool. I think it was at the gala, and I was like, cool, we're getting introduced to a lot of people. But there was something so genuinely supportive about Kent with his vibe with Go-Go that already just there, I feel like from the gala itself, that was the best introduction that I could have ever gotten. That was awesome.
He is the man. I don't know how else to say it. He is the man, and is a really incredible human being, and been an incredible mentor to me. He's a very wonderful entrepreneur and has a bunch of businesses. And he's been several of them are like core essential businesses that do all kinds of really important things that the world is counting on right now. So it is no surprise to me that he's not available for comment. But oh, Mama Wallace popped on the video.
Yeah.
There she is. There she is. Bedpost Wallace. There it is.
I want to know where Papa B is.
Papa, I don't know where Papa B is. I think he's on the Facebook feed. But we had a long family gathering for my uncle tonight. So I know he is listening if he can be. I know that for sure. Ollie, do you have another song for us?
Why not, you know?
Please.
When I say why not, I mean, let me think. I had a really big set list here. 1 second. All right, here we go. You can hear that?
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. Here's a song by a band that I really love called the Wood Brothers.
Nice.
If you ought to do is sing. If you get worried, what you ought to do is sing. If you get worried, what you ought to do is sing. Sing about your troubles, and it just might pass. If you get lost, what you ought to do is sing. If you get lost, what you ought to do is sing. If you get lost, what you ought to do is sing. Sing about your trouble, and it just might pass. Sing about your troubles, and it just might pass. Sing about joy, and sing about love, and hope that it lasts. Sing about your trouble, and it just might pass, just might pass. If you get broken, what you ought to do is sing. If you get broken, what you ought to do is sing. If you get broken, what you ought to do is sing. Sing about your troubles, and it just might pass. Sing about your troubles, and it just might pass. Sing about joy. Sing about love and hope that it lasts. Sing about your trouble. Just might pass. Say it, just might pass. Just might pass. Say it, just might. Said it, just might pass. Just might pass. Say 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 it, just might pass. Say it, just might pass. Said it,
I'm sweating.
Love it, Ale.
Somebody is sweating as a result of how hot that was.
Love it, Ale.
Oh man, there has been a repeat offender who shall remain nameless tonight that I cannot wait to have a Monday morning conversation with about all of this.
Oh, I had you muted. What happened?
We were unmuted for applause, and we entered into a conversation that was not intended for us to enter into.
Gotta love that internet right there.
Gotta love the interwebs. And by request, Papa Burns is going to be joining us here in a minute.
That was my request.
Who haven't we heard of on the cereal tip?
Hold on real quick. Just put my mind at ease. I muted you guys. That sounded all right? I couldn't tell.
Yes, wonderful.
Hey, cheers.
Derek.
Derek!
Does
Yo, what's up?
And Kent Savage is back.
Hey, yo, Kent.
Hey, Kent.
Hey,
Here all night. So thank you. I'm with you always. And it's just such a pleasure to be a part of this and to feel the vibe and to be supportive in every possible way. What you're doing is so amazing. And always so, but even now more so today. And the kids, the students need you so much. And I thank you for everything that you do. And it's just a joy and a pleasure to be a part of GoGo.
Man, Ken, thank you so much, man. I'll let the mentors speak for themselves, but I know just what an honor and pleasure it's been to build a friendship and a mentorship with you that's really enriched my life. So thank you. Ken, thank you so much, man. I'll let the mentors speak for themselves, but I know just what an honor and pleasure it's been to build a friendship. You guys getting that twice?
Thank you so much. It had to come through twice.
Well,
there you go.
And you get always more than you give, and I get so much more from you than I give. So it's just an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone that just joined the Zoom that may also be on Facebook, Dad, if you could just maybe mute one of those would be great. And we're no longer doubling, which is a good sign. But if we could see you, it'd be wonderful.
Hey, Bob.
In the meantime, Derek Henderson, what is your favorite cereal?
Oh man, I would have to say, hands down, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, a classic man.
Yep, Honey Nut Cheerios. Grew up on it, and it never failed me.
Kent, can you enlighten us? What is your cereal of choice?
Not a big cereal guy. Cheerios, not Honey Nut, just plain Cheerios.
Oh,
they're really cool when I was growing up. But granola in later years, that's my thing. Homemade granola.
Okay. Once they discovered honey, you just went to granola. You skipped Honey Nut Cheerios. You just went straight from plain Cheerios to granola.
That's it.
It's a big leap.
That's it.
Smart man.
Hardcore.
Super hardcore. Bob Bernstein's a big cereal eater, actually. My brother is the king of cereal, but Dad, what's your favorite cereal?
Fruit Loops.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. If you want to go nutritious on us, Kent.
I think it's time. I think it's time to post the Zoom link on Facebook for anyone that wants to join and get off the Facebook. We're rolling off the rails here. I think we've done everything that we need to do for the Facebook world, and want to invite anyone that wants to come to the after party to join us here. We'll continue going on, but Facebook's giving us problems now.
All right, I'll post it. Give me a second.
In the meantime, Papa B, you with us?
I think so.
There
You'll
it
have
is.
to tell me.
There it is.
You'll have to tell me.
Favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Don't dodge the question like Ali.
All right, I won't dodge
I didn't
it.
dodge the question.
I'll
I just
go.
provided an alternative. And Papa B, I got a request. Sweet Caroline. All right, yeah.
Go, yeah, baby. So you want the cereal or you want to just go to Ali? I'd much rather hear Ali.
No. It's less important than the cereal.
Yeah.
All right, well, fine. Then then I got to go with Raisin Bran Crunchy. And Andrew seems to be a fan.
I don't even know you.
You don't know a lot of us.
What is the secret society of Raisin Bran?
We've been living in fear for years, and we're not going to take it anymore. We're here.
Andrew, just tell me you emphasize the crunchy.
There was a huge distinction made.
Of course.
So much so that it leads me to believe that you're not naive to this, but I feel like you're not being dishonest.
Why would he be dishonest?
I'm sorry. I just lost my brother. I think I can name a cereal pretty clearly with honesty.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How about that, Chad?
Yes, I would agree.
Love you, Papa B.
Who? I just jumped on. Who's on this thing? Oh my God, I see Phil. Oh, hey, Leo. Fucking killed it. I couldn't actually speak.
And that'll do it for the Facebook stream. Thanks,
Yeah, Walker,
everybody.
get us off of Facebook right now,
Have
please.
a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah, get us off of Facebook.
Thank you for tuning in. We love you all. Good night.
Adam, I'm killing Adam over there. Leo,
Please,
sorry.
Somebody confirm that we're off of Facebook.
We are not.
Walker.
Still love you. Adam, sorry to slay you.
Where's Carly? How do you end this? I don't know if I can.
Ale with that song while Walker tries to figure out how to use a computer.
Carly.
Play another song? Okay. Am I playing a song?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Andrew, what do you want to hear?